Perfect.
Hey, y'all. Hey, welcome back. Happy Friday. Welcome to the newest edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik-J. That's my player partner, Boxiana, the Menace, Goldilocks, and our good sister. Janae joined us tonight, y'all. You know it's about to go down when the three of us are on the screen. Listen, she had to come here tonight because it's so much we gonna get into. Okay, so very much. And you know what I'm talking about. Right now, it's so much to get into. Right now, Franchon is on defending her title. They just finished 10 rounds of wrestling, and I'll let you know who won that. Friends, how was your week? I want to start with our guest, Janae. How are you doing?
You know, I've been staying prayerful. I've been trying to behave myself. And it's like I almost made it until today.
Somebody's testing your nerves today?
Tap dancing. Not lightly.
Goldilocks, how are you doing today?
You know, better. Y'all thought y'all was going to shit on me at the end of the show last week, but guess what? Joke's on y'all tonight. So it's going to be one of them kind of nights because I saw y'all giggling. You heard me, cousin? I got the rich white lady hair on tonight. You know what time it is tonight. So, yeah, I got something for everybody. I seen all y'all laughing. I went back and watched the show because I wanted to see who was laughing at me. I saw y'all. I got something for all y'all tonight.
I didn't laugh, friend, because I didn't think that was funny.
Everybody was bickering. Everybody got a little. Everybody was sitting there. Yeah.
I did sniggle, friend. I was sniggling and giggling. I won't.
You know what I'm saying? I really was like, let me tell y'all, and like I don't know if people know. I'm gonna give y'all a health warning because my friend was on my head this week. Y'all, you can crack ribs from coughing. Did y'all know that? If you didn't, there's a news for you can use. You can crack your ribs from coughing. But I'm better now, aren't y'all? Yay. We did it. We made it through.
Yay.
We still got an eye on you.
Yeah, come on back. Bring your ass on back off in here. Come on back. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good news is we're not jumping you today. Okay. We have a few other people in mind.
We do. Baby, it's going down tonight. Y'all grab your popcorn, your adult beverage, your water, or whatever. But we're about to go in. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let me go back up top. Sticks and Jabs is in the house. Hey, Sticks and Jabs. Nakia, make them freeze. Corbin, she's up in the house this evening. Marcus, how are you? Specs, what's going down? Who else do we have in here? Wait a minute. My thing keep jumping on me. What's going on? Nakia came back. Hey, Brent Fox, how you doing? What's going down? Arp Jones. Hey, Pablo Escobar. Cypher 22. I got you together, huh, Cypher? How you doing? Shogun 76 is here. Hey, BF, what's going down? Baby, get your seats. Pull up. Okay, wait a minute. They finna get a winner of this Franchon Crews fight, y'all.
Franchon gonna win. You're pausing like it's gonna be a traumatic experience or something.
Oh no, friend, because I couldn't tell who won. I ain't gonna.
They flanking arms. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. My thing started. Anyway, X, how are you? Hey, Harvey Johnson, how you doing? Shawala, what's going down? Boxing and Barbecue is in the house. Tevin Smith is here. Hey, G McCall, what's going down? Presidential Mike. Phenomenal Mexican is in the house. How you doing? Vontae, Big Play, Bray, how you doing? Bella Faith, yes, Franchon won. Okay, cool. Bella, where you been? I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays, it feel like. How you doing? What's going down behind the lens TV? Who else? Drink More Water is here. What's going down? Drink Shaquilla Fields with our first super chat of the night. Thank y'all so much for supporting. We really, really appreciate it. Salute to the queens. Peace to the chat. Just a little color added. We love the color. Thank you. With the vibrant yellow. And this, I'm glad it came up yellow because it made me remember something.
As you finna talk about it.
We're gonna start it off. Yeah, we're gonna start it off with the good news. Marcus, hey mommy, how you doing? Sean Terrence. G-Ball. Ooh, G-Ball gave each of us $10. Thank you. Salute to the queens. Janae kept her promise. Indeed. Detroit, BC, D21519, Drew the Boxer. Hey, y'all come on in. Canelo dug me, Mike Thrill, baby. How y'all doing? The PhD 502 GD. I see y'all. Scarcities, Soda Black. Okay, so look. Hey, Yogi. First thing we're going to talk about as I look at this commemorative Juneteenth belt be presented to Franchon Crews-Dezurn. Can we just give a clap for the queens one time? It's the month of June, and every Friday I will be representing in one of my Juneteenth t-shirts. Okay. But this commemorative Juneteenth belt has had a lot of conversation go on throughout boxing, but specifically here on our show. My friend and I had a very spirited discussion about the belt from last year. And I want to say we influenced them to change the design. But I just hope that somebody got wind of what we was talking about. Friend sent me some pictures one morning, and I was just knocked off my rocker. Boxiana, explain to the people what has happened with the Juneteenth belt this year.
They took them slaves and chains off the belt, child. We did it. We made a big enough deal. They heard us, and then they went and put some beautiful black faces all over this belt. If you haven't seen the belt, if you go over to our community page, I posted pictures of it. Take a good look at it. If you take a really good look at it, everything that we discussed that night is literally on that belt. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to us. Shout out to everybody. We did it. We actually did something to cause a change in boxing. We should be proud.
Ain't gonna take full credit or nothing like that, but I hope that somebody got wind that we were discussing this.
You ain't got to. I'm taking mine.
What?
You gonna take yours too. We did it. Ain't nobody else been talking about it. We did it. Thank y'all.
Well, there you go. That's what my friend said. Soda Black, thank you so much for coming through with the super chat. He says, tell me you watch Queens of Boxing Talk without telling me you watch it. Okay, and I'm cool with that. We are here to invoke the change that we want to see. Okay, That's what I told y'all before. Now listen, we're gonna get on down to it because there is a lot to get into. I wish my friend had worn this t-shirt that she made a couple of years ago when we used to do this other show called The Fight Party. The person we used to do that show with, his favorite fighter that wasn't a black fighter was Lomachenko. And when Lomachenko lost, my friend put his face, his crying face, on her t-shirt, and we had a good kiki and cackle about it. And so I'm sure he probably had that same face when he realized that his favorite retired. Friend, did you think Loma was gonna be retiring, or did you think he was gonna fight again?
No, I told y'all. Devin didn't scare that man into retirement. My bad, y'all. I said that earlier in the week, and I got jumped. But yeah, Devin beat that man into the retirement. He wasn't gonna fight Tank. He wasn't gonna fight Frank. He wasn't gonna fight Keyshawn or Shakur. Might as well just hang those gloves on up, and that's what he did. I don't know why everybody was surprised. Everybody was shocked, like, "Oh, Loma 18-3. What are we celebrating?" People are crying, dropping to their knees. I seen a picture of him cropped on Jesus. I was like, what? 18-3? Oh, okay.
You think he going into the Hall of Fame with that?
Of course he is. He's Lomachenko.
Janae, how you feel about Loma retiring?
Boxiana, please come on back. Okay.
Wait,
I'm gonna be good.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Franchon lost. Franchon lost.
She didn't lose.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
She didn't lose, and as we speak, Clarissa is in the ring. Yeah, Clarissa is in the ring. I'm not quite sure what she's saying. We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
You got the microphone?
No, we ain't talking about Clarissa today, Drink.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so I'm sorry, friend. Tell me about your feelings for Loma and his retirement.
I can't say that I was shocked. I'm really more annoyed than anything for the fact that he babysat that belt this whole time, holding up 35 for you to go and retire. You knew you was retired. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Don't go. It's this kind of night.
But we're going to take it there. Let's just go ahead because Top Rank is taking L's left and right tonight. So,
and
you know what? That's that bullshit I'm talking about. Y'all excuse my French, but that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit right there. He knew he was retiring, but you done held that belt hostage. Okay, and then what's really pissing me off is that they done emailed it to Raymond.
Are we gonna call Raymond the email champ?
It was emailed. It's emailed. If we're gonna talk about this boxing thing, then let's talk about it. We're gonna be unlike some of y'all in the comments. We're gonna be fair and talk about this thing. Now Raymond's gonna get the belt emailed to. Well, he got it emailed already, so now he has it. And what has Raymond done to deserve that belt? Has he been ducking and dodging?
Who he ducking and dodging?
Shakira. And it really disgusts me because okay, he's no longer with Top Rank, but Top Rank they could now. So I'm disgusted about all of it. I don't feel like Vasily Lomachenko deserves any spot in the Boxing Hall of Fame. Most of his major fights, title fights, he lost them. Okay, and he had one close one that y'all like to say. Okay, so maybe we could give him credit, half a point, half of credit for one. But he lost them. He lost all of them. Okay. Now we can give him credit for he was very decorated as an amateur. Okay, won an Olympic medal twice. We can give him credit for that. But as a professional, it's not giving what y'all wanted to give.
Hey, Coach Amber girl, long time no see. I'm sure that he will undoubtedly go into the Hall of Fame, if for nothing else but his amateur career. But the way Top Rank hyped him up and whatnot, he's definitely going to go in. I'm not mad about it. I really am not. I figured he would. He gave us very entertaining fights. He's the multiple weight class champion. And I'm not mad at him for retiring if he got a back injury. He's on the older side. He's on the back side of his career. I wouldn't risk getting beat up again by no young lion with a back injury either. So, happy retirement to Loma. I'm not going to even say good riddance to him because I can't blame him for what the media did. He went in there and fought who he was supposed to fight, whoever they put in front of him, and he got his job done. So I ain't going to hate on Loma. I wish him all the best in retirement, and drop that belt and let's get it popping in 135. So there's that. And then there's also a fight that was made this week, that was made official, that we had been hearing rumblings about. I'm so very happy we're getting this fight. It's a fight at 130 pounds. Two of our favorites are going to go at it. Supposedly on August 16th, we will have O'Shaquie Foster, who is a friend to the show, versus Scooter, Cool Boy, Stephen Fulton, who still ain't made it over here yet, but we working on it. I'm very excited about that fight. Ladies, how do y'all feel about that? Go ahead, Boxiana.
This is the one time that I'll be silent in the side of history because both of them is my dogs. And that's put me in a bad situation to have to pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be one of those scraps that people talk about for a while. Because a lot of people, they hadn't got to really see the fighter that O'Shaquie really is. But Scooter's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's a different type of dog. It's going to be a banger. I do not have a choice. If I'm forced to, I'm going to pick a draw. So I'm letting you know right now what's going to happen. I'm going to pick a draw. Karma, that's my feeling, but I can't say it out loud. Other people are going to have to say it for me. This is the one time that I'm going to have to be silent on the side of history. So I'm just going to sit back and pick the draw.
Janae, how you feel about this fight? We ain't going to pick no winners just yet, but I want to know how you feel about this fight.
I'm excited. So y'all know I love my guys in Philly. I had brought it up a little while back and I got I can't confirm or deny. So, and it's funny because I had told Boxy, like, I don't know why Ray and Shakur doing all this with Shock when everybody knows what's going down. I don't even think I tweeted that. Like, we know what's happening, but wait in line. So, now he's ducking them, but he's fighting somebody who, anyways, nonetheless, I am very, very excited for that fight. Very excited. It's going to be very competitive. I think depending on where the fight location may be, I think the both of them going to bring a nice little crowd with them. I think it's going to be a little hostile. And I definitely think Steph feels away because he's seen Shock going back and forth with everybody else on the internet but him. So I think that's going to add a little fuel to the fire. Bozy is always very confident and he going to have his little remarks. Shall we dare say that if Bozy pulls out another win, that he's on the ballot for Trainer of the Year this year?
He absolutely should be a candidate. Absolutely. He would have a contender in Andy Crews, two champions in Steph and Boots, so he absolutely should be. And I want to say, does he train a few other people? Because I know those are his main known ones, but I think he trains some others.
Coming up, friend.
Yeah. So Bozy absolutely should at least be in the running for it. I agree with that. I think it's a wonderful fight. Right now, it's a pick'em. I do have to take in mind that Stephen Fulton is moving up to 130, where O'Shaquie Foster has been comfortable fighting. But O'Shaquie has also said before that 130 is kind of difficult for him to make. So is he staying down one fight too long? Do we know? We don't know. We'll have to see. He's not on the younger side of things either. So it's harder for him to make that 130 weight. So we'll see how everything pans out. But I love it. I love that Fulton is going straight to the smoke. I love that O'Shaquie Foster is accepting the smoke. And they're doing it for the culture, as y'all like to say. And as far as where this fight is going to be, I've heard that it's going to be on the undercard of Roach and Tank's rematch. And I think that's going to put it in Vegas. So it's going to kind of be neutral, I think. But we'll see. We shall see.
I would be disappointed that it's... I do have to admit, I'm a little disappointed that they're taking it to Vegas because...
It's definitely,
but I get it.
It could be a main event by itself. It really could be.
That fight could. And I want to also reiterate, they are doing it for Little Saint, and I'm glad, because right now it's a lot of shenanigans.
For who?
Do it for Little Saint, because it's a lot of ducking.
No, my friend, you gonna have to give it a reference. You don't remember Little Saint, friend?
Please enlighten me. Y'all know I don't be knowing. Y'all, I don't be knowing.
You got served. Marcus Houston.
Carry on. Please carry on. Please carry on. Please.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We need this back in boxing. It's too much yapping and not enough slapping. We need it back. And I'm glad that there is still somebody in the game who's just doing it for the love of the game, for the love of fighting, who's going straight to the action. Both guys is going to come ready to put belt to ass. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So I am very excited for both of those guys, especially O'Shaquie, who I feel like people have kind of, overlooked him and made it seem like, oh, he's the, maybe 70s is a little crazy. Okay. Well,
but you know what? Jesus, this is a big old hype mismatch in this main event. These two big old mammoths. What I was gonna say too is I want for boxing fans, but even more so boxers themselves, to look at this fight and how well boxing fans are going to cheer for this fight and accept this fight and get behind this fight. And these are both two gentlemen who actually have losses on their record. So the whole notion that you have to be old and you can't have a loss and you got to keep your old for the fans to love you or for you to make some money, that's a lie. It's a complete lie. It's false. That is not the biggest thing for you to do. Make good fights, okay? Make good fights that people want to see. Be competitive in the fights. We'll get behind you. I promise we will. Yeah. So just wanted to put that out there. So moving right along, because just as that fight was getting made and we were like, yeah, that's a good one, we also thought we were going to have another fight. Okay. But there's some ducking going on. There's major ducking going on, and we must discuss. Because we all thought we were about to, first of all, we thought we were going to get Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. But Ryan lost. Then he said he was injured. Then he had surgery. Then he said he had to get his mental right. Then he said he was going to take some time off. So we're not getting it. So we was like, okay, fuck Ryan. But then Devin was like, well, fine. He don't want it. Bring me Teo. So we thinking, okay, we about to get Devin and Teo. They both over there, ambassadors for Turkey. This should be an easy fight to make. And then all of a sudden, no, it's not. All of a sudden, Teofimo says, I don't want it. You're trying to set me up. Not enough money. What other excuses did Teo give? What was his final reasoning for not accepting the fight that we all thought we were getting?
His back, his neck, and his back. Who knows? Who knows what his esophagus blew up, his stomach hurt, he got a boo-boo. Ain't no telling what he is. Oh, there's 559 damn answers of what it could be. What the hell is wrong with Teofimo? What it boiled down to is Teofimo don't want to fight nobody black because he's scared he's going to get his ass whooped. That's just what it boils down to. And, you know, I listen to you guys, you sit up and you talk about Devin pillow fisted. It sure is funny that the main pillow fisted ass MFer, y'all, nobody want to fight him. Those pillows must be jailhouse pillows, concrete rocks or something, because what's going on? Because if he's so easy to beat, you would think that these guys would be lining up in stack lines to beat him up. There's nobody there. He's literally over there alone. So yeah, his neck, his back, his stomach, who knows with Teofimo. He got a bruised eyebrow. He bit his tongue. His teeth is crooked. Who knows what the next excuse is going to be next. Either way, just say you don't want to fight nobody black. You scared of going night-night because apparently them pillows is just, I don't know what's wrong with them pillows. Somebody needs to see. All this pillow fits that y'all be saying, I really want somebody to tell me what's wrong with the jailhouse pillows. Are they not soft enough for you guys? Because I know if I can beat you up, I'm going to beat you up. Like, it ain't no point for me to go around the bush and keep telling everybody what I'm going to do or asking for my money. I'm going to beat you up for cheap, get the notoriety, and what they say, I'm going to get it off the back end. Ain't that what I'm going to get it off the back end.
Well, he don't even have to get it off the back end, baby. He ain't never made $11 million in his life. Don't they love to tell people how much money they ain't never made and that they should take the fight?
They love.
Isn't that what they told our guy, young B Norman? You never made that much money in your life. You should have taken that fight. Should have taken it. Isn't that what they told him?
The easiest fight of your life. $11 million? Boy, for $11 million, ain't no telling what you might give me outside to do for $11 million. Because, I mean, are y'all all right? The pillow, I need to know what's wrong with the pillows. What kind of pillows do y'all need in order?
Yeah, Specs, they sure did tell Frank, you never made that kind of money in your life. You a duck. You should have taken that money. You never made that kind of money in your life. Wasn't Teo just on here crying about never having made $1 million before? Oh, okay. All right. Janae, how you feel about this whole thing with Teofimo and him turning down the fight and claiming he wanted to fight Boots?
Spinal. What is there to say at this point? It's almost like, what is there to say? He has tried everything. And you know what? I actually would just be happier if Teo just went away completely. I'd actually be happier. Because you know what? He done tried the N-word. His daddy come up there drunk. You know, he's getting divorced. He's salsa and merengue in the middle of the streets. he showed up to fight Arnold Barboza halfway. Like, what are we doing at this point? What are we doing at this point? You're on the internet flirting with boxing women fans. It's given desperate, like literally desperation. But then I think about it on the other side. Maybe T.O. didn't want to hold Turkey's hand. Maybe he didn't want to sleep in the same bed as him. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. I don't know. Crazy things are happening over there. Honestly, who probably canceled the whole thing after? Because Turkey probably called him.
I'm sure he did after he said what he said on Twitter. I'm sure he did get a phone call.
Yeah, he probably did, and told him, "I'm gonna pull your molars out with pliers. Take it back." And he said, "You know what? I was just playing. I don't need this in my life."
Turkey, I'm sorry for all that I said. Big Turk,
they was holding that script up. They was holding that script up. It was on the other side of the screen. And Tio was like, let me chill. See, but that's what happens when you play too much.
You play too much.
All that playing. And now you about to fight on somebody's card who's not playing. That man runs a dictatorship. This is not a democracy. He's going to chop your daddy's hand off.
Soda Black, thank you so much for the $1.99. He says Wilder's fight is coming up. #Bond Squad. #Man Down. #GTD. Go ahead, friend.
Did you see Coach Amber's super chat? I think you missed that one. Soda Black came in. Because if you didn't, I'm going to read it for you.
Wait a minute. Let me go back up. I see it. She said, hey, Coach Amber, thank you so much. She says, speaking of switching opponents, did y'all see they switched Chicken's opponent, baby? We going to talk about it.
Because
that's some bullshit.
It's on the docket, baby.
It's on the docket. It's on the docket. Scarcity, thank you so much. He says, call ice on his ass. Because they rounding a few folks up. DJ, thank you so much for the $5. He says, T.O., let me know what type of time T.O. let me know what type of time he was on when Bud checked him on the racial slurs. He only uses black fighters to promote himself. He doesn't really want it. You know what? You're very right about that. Because there's a whole slew of other people that he could be talking cash money shit to and about. But he decides every time that there's a black boxer or black boxers all together that he wants to target and talk crazy about. And then has the audacity to want to fight them for an exhausting amount of money. Boy, shut up and sit down is what you can do. Go find yourself is what you can do. Because he don't know who he is. He don't know who he is, and he don't know who he want to be. You can find yourself. You with your BA. Now, so glad that our good sister Coach Amber came in here with that super chat because we were talking about this today on Twitter. If you guys don't know, we had a very special guest on our show. She's from my hometown, Oak Cliff, Texas, by way of Dallas. And she is on this huge female fight card that's going down on July 11th in New York City. Well, she has been scheduled to fight Dina Thorns, whatever Dina's last name is. She was scheduled to fight Dina. But at the last second, and when I say last second, I want that yesterday, they have switched her opponent because Dina is pregnant. I need to know how far along Dina is. Because I just feel like they didn't just find out Dina was pregnant. And they have switched the opponent. Now she's fighting Chernika Johnson, okay? And Chernika ain't no punk. She ain't no joke. In some kind of way, not only is Dina pulling out, But Dina has worked it out where she's the champion in recess and the titles are still on the line. So now this is a whole big old undisputed matchup that she's getting only a couple of weeks to prepare for this specific opponent. I call bullshit on that. I feel like they trying to set my good sister up, and I don't like it. Friend, how you feel about that? Because I'm mad.
You already know. One thing for sure, I'm gonna stand behind Chicken 10 toes. You can get beat up behind Chicken. Very much confused how they did the same thing with Ebony Bridges. Ebony Bridges just popped up one day and she was like 6 months pregnant, but they been knew she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Just same thing with this. I can't. They didn't do this in a couple of days' time. She didn't find out she was pregnant and boom, boom, bam, we're done. No, ma'am, you've been pregnant. All I'm gonna say is, Chicken gotta go in there and she gotta really, really, really put her Oak Cliff socks all the way up to her thighs. When I say she gonna have to pull them all the way up, she got to pull them all the way up. Cause one thing about Shernika, and I was confused when I seen that name because I just
everybody thought Shernika had melanin.
Shernika, and then I seen her, I was like, oh, I didn't know y'all had names like that. Yeah. Well, with that being said, she got one of them names. So she is the original, what's that Cookie Monster wearing pants wearing girls? She gonna have to put her Oak Cliff socks on, or else it's going to be a changing over of the guards. And I would hate that for Chicken because she does not deserve to be set up like that. She literally walked her way to get to where she is. Nobody helped her. She didn't have no friends along the way. She literally bit chunk out of chunk out of chunk to get to where she is. And if they screw her, fuck MVP and everybody that's staying for him because she didn't deserve that. That's just how I feel about it.
I do too. I'm mad about it because Shernika, listen, I love Chicken, but Shernika is young and she's good. Okay, you need a full camp to prepare specifically for her. Now, I'm gonna say that she has enough time to formulate a game plan, and I'm gonna be looking very closely at her trainers to make sure that they got her where she needs to be for this fight. But I just think they tried to pull a slick one on my girl. But like I said, she Oak Cliff born and raised, and if anybody gonna do it, Chicken is. So that's what that is. I'm gonna read these super chats, and then Janae, I want to know what you feel about this. Dante, thank you so much. He says T.O. ducked Devin, and they still trying to make a Devin fall. Listen, heavy is the head. Is all I got to say about that. Because at this point, if anybody's trying to make that Devin's fault, y'all, they can just go straight to hell, as far as I'm concerned. Like straight to hell. 88 Sports Talk, thank you so much. He says he don't want to fight in Saudi, but you got your ass whooped by Cambosis in New York. He's been ducking Devin, like they said, everything but let's fight. Everything but let's fight. He been ducking Devin for forever. Said everything but let's fight. So, friend, yeah, I'm glad it wasn't an Asian lady again too, Bella. Friend, how you feel about this? Do you think they knew this, or you think it's on the up and up?
With replacements, usually, because you have to approve the replacement. They can't just, because you sign a contract to find, well, hold on. Let me walk that back a little bit. Nonetheless, you go into camp, right? And you're preparing for one person. Now, if you do have to get a replacement, which happens sometimes, I would also like to see the pregnancy test, but hey, or you know what? Maybe she was doing VADA and they found out she was pregnant.
Maybe.
That's a possibility too. But I want to see the stick. But anywho's, you do have to. You do get a say so in the replacement. So I think maybe Sharetta was like, hey, let's get a dog fight if all the belts are there. It's. I'll say this: she lock in and take care of business. It's no turning back for her.
Yeah,
Like the level it'll take her to if she wins that fight. She ain't turning back, baby. She she could lead a hood. We out of there.
This what I'm talking about, Coach Amber. Thank you so much for coming back. She says, how long did it take them to get the paperwork for the sanctioning bodies in order? Because that's what I'm saying. So you mean to tell me y'all just found out she was pregnant, y'all just made the announcement, but some kind of way everybody's on board with her, with this being a unification fight, with this being with Dina being the champion in recess. When y'all was doing all of that, y'all didn't think to tell the other team, the other camp, or to announce that her replacement was gonna be Sharnika? Yeah, I call bullshit on that. I just smell a rat. I smell a rat. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like how they did this. It don't smell right to me.
Well,
Like they say,
chicken ain't turning down no smoke.
And that's one thing she not gonna do, friend.
Yeah, so and like that's the thing about her. I'm gonna support that because one thing about her, she ain't turning it down. She could have said, "Hell no, I'm not fighting this big hefty ass girl. No, I don't want to fight her." But she didn't. She said, "You know what? Let's get active." So with that being said, I want her. She's going to put Dallas on just because they're trying to screw her over.
And at the end of the day, right, you know, money make the coochie go woo woo. So I'm sure that all the sanctioning bodies was excited for this to be an undisputed fight on Netflix because it's all about the money.
What you say? The money make the coochie? What it do?
Woo woo. Let me stop. Okay.
Oh. DJ, thank you so much for the $5. He says, I'm not surprised Tio asked for that much money. I remember when he was talking to Eddie asking for $10 million years ago to fight Devin Haney for Undisputed. Absolutely. He was ducking then and he's ducking now. And people want to act like they can't believe, they don't know why he would be ducking Devin Haney. Really? Oh, okay, then. Y'all just crazy. Y'all want to hate that boy so bad. Y'all want to hate that young man so bad. Y'all want to hate him so bad. Anyway, so now look. I know Sticks and Jabs tell her this is a good Christian program, and she in here cutting up like that.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
You go to church on Sunday.
It is Friday. It is Friday. It is Friday. So listen, I know what y'all came in here to talk about. We have a big fight card this weekend. Huge. Okay? Huge. I was excited. The build-up was building. You know, Keyshawn Davis and the Davis boys, the Davis brothers, DB3, were returning home to Norfolk, Virginia. My friend and I would have been in Norfolk, Virginia, had she not coughed up her lung. But luckily, the Lord saw fit to have us sit down. And boy, am I glad he did, because those tickets to Norfolk were no joke. It ain't nothing in Norfolk but that damn fight this weekend. And had I gotten my tail up and Watusi down there, and he Watusi his big ass up on that scale over 5 pounds almost, I'd have burnt that thing down, okay? Keyshawn Davis, after doing all of that talk, after doing all of this press that he's been doing for this fight, he's been doing interviews, he's been doing blogs, he's been doing YouTube interviews, he's been everywhere talking, building up this fight, as he should. But while you was doing all of that, boo-boo, you was supposed to be trying to get your weight down, honey, okay? You were supposed to be trying to be a professional. You know, a businessman. You a con man. That's what you are. You a con man. And I didn't know it until he got on that scale with a straight face, like he was fighting at 140 pounds. Because if you didn't know, you'd have thought the fight was at 140 pounds. He came in at 139. He was flexing like that was supposed to be the weight for him to fight at. He came in. Everybody, I was looking like, did they say supposed to be. I know it's 135, because they said 139 like it wasn't no big deal. I was like, no. Christina Pancha was like, Keyshawn, you came in at 139 pounds. So are you gonna try to make the weight? And that motherfucker said, no, I ain't gonna try to make the weight. I just it's too much. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to make it. No, it's just too much weight. Really? So let's just go back to the press conference on yesterday. I want to know, friend, how y'all feel about that press conference and how he tried to press young Abdullah? How y'all feel about that?
I didn't like nothing about it. But one thing about Karma, and Karma, I know you're in here, Karma's a bitch with a capital B. And every time Keyshawn tries to go and pull his little weight around, he always end up having to tuck his dick in behind the scenes. I hate that for him. You gotta be as big as you talk. Like, you have to back up everything that you say. And like, it's cute. I thought it was cute for him to do Abdullah exactly the way he did. But the thing about it is, they still mad at Abdullah because Abdullah told them, my brothers is my friends. And somewhere Shakur is sitting there with a smile on his face because he was hoping and praying, screaming that his homeboy didn't show him up this fucking weekend. I ain't like nothing about the presser. But like I said, one thing about it, Karma's a big old bitch. And it came back to bite him in the ass today for acting a fool yesterday. So, you know what I'm saying? Here we are.
Janae, how you feel about what happened? Specifically at the press conference.
I'm not gonna lie, he caught young Mason off guard. I could tell because he got the stutter, he got this being a little stuttering Stanley, and that's okay. He's still young. He gotta learn how to be in those moments because they're gonna happen a lot more for him. Mm-hmm. Especially now that he's gonna be the star of the show. So he got a little learning experience. But I wish that he would have pressed Keyshawn back because, baby, Keyshawn ain't good when you come with the big energy towards him, as we've seen before. Okay? And we could call the name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Okay? Y'all know who we seen roll up on him. Stop mid-interview.
Let me holler at you real fast.
Yeah. Keyshawn stood there.
But you forgot what happened. Was Keyshawn got outside. I'm only got 11 fights.
I'm only 23.
Yeah, right.
I'm only 23.
I'm only 23. I only got 11 fights. But you mouthy though. You saw
a lot of lip.
You saw,
and like I said earlier in the show, it's too much yapping and not enough slapping. And the nerve of Keyshawn, the audacity for you to show up as the champion and disrespect the sport that y'all sit on this show every Friday and Sunday night, most Fridays and Sunday nights, to talk about. You show up, you disrespect the sport, you disrespect your opponent, you disrespect the promoter. But forget all of them. How about all the people that paid $797 to get to bumblefuck Norfolk, Virginia, to see your big back wide ass, and you can't even show up and make weight? They was on snack, all right, eating ding dongs, chocolate donuts. Them the snacks this was going on. Listen, and you up there messing up the church's money. You know what? He's not a businessman. You're right, Nick. He's a con man. He's Matilda's daddy. He is just like Matilda's daddy. Selling them used cars. He's a weasel.
He's a weasel. because he knew. He knew. And you know, when I've never been a huge fan of Keyshawn Davis. Y'all know how I am with these boxers. I know this is a job we do and we run into them sometimes. So I keep myself on a 3-month probationary period with how I feel about these boxers. Because I know people say stuff from time to time that's going to piss me off, but I can't hold it over their heads forever. Because I know I be saying stuff that piss people off. So, you know, I try to be a grown-up about it. So if I'm pissed off about something you done said or something you have done, I'll give you 3 months in the doghouse. And then after that, I'll let you out. You know, and I don't dog you no more. But I have never, ever been a fan of Keyshawn Davis. I love how he fights, but I've always felt like it was something off about him, something iffy about him. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know I love Devin Haney over here. We love Devin Haney. So when all the stuff went down with Ryan and Devin Haney, I was looking at all the boxers and how they reacted to that. And Keyshawn was one of the ones that I looked at and I turned my nose up at him because he asked Ryan about the racist comments, but he had no heat and no smoke for him cheating, for him coming in overweight, for him popping dirty for PEDs. He had no smoke for him at all for that. And to me, that spoke volumes about him because you turned around and you did the same damn thing. The same damn thing. But you the champion, though. How sway? But I'm sorry, because we're talking about the press conference. Going back to the press conference. He gets up there. He had all of this planned. This is why I'm pissed off about it, y'all, because he had all of this planned. All week, he had all of this planned. He gets up there because he had heard Abdullah Mason, as he was going on his press run, say that, you know, he wants his shot at the belt. He would love to fight Keyshawn. He's never been disrespectful, but yeah, he wants that smoke. So he had been waiting to get on stage, to get next to Abdullah so he could press him. Abdullah getting up there, like you said, friend, he young. He thinking he getting up there to do his press conference with his opponent, not knowing Keyshawn is finna come at him because Keyshawn has his own opponent that he should be worried about. Why aren't you concerned about me? But him being naive, not knowing, he got a little caught up and caught off guard when Keyshawn pressed him. However, with the young man being as young as he is, he stayed true to who he was. He didn't try to get rah-rah with Keyshawn. He just said, hey, my team can make that happen. We can accommodate that. I'm sure we can make that happen. Okay. So, yeah, let's make it happen next. He was so adamant about it. Yeah, let's do it now. Fuck your team, me and you. Let's shake on it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Like he really, really wanted to fight that young man at 135 pounds. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a con man. You're a con artist. And I don't trust you. I don't trust nothing that come out of your mouth. Either you bipolar, you ADHD, you somewhere on the spectrum, but I don't trust you. I don't trust nothing that come out of your mouth. And you ought to be shamed. You really ought to be shamed. And I hope them folks from, because I'm going to tell y'all why I'm really mad. It ain't even got nothing to do with Keyshawn. But you got Michael Vick, my favorite, up there supporting all this fuck shit. You got Mike Vick taking time from his team that he's supposed to be getting ready for the football season to come sit up there and support your cheating ass. Shame on you. Shame. I'm going to read some super chats because I done got pissed off. DJ, thank you so much for the $5. He said, shout out to Janae for another great movie reference. She can be my sugar anytime. And also to his mom. He said, I made some Carolina ribs in y'all honor. Figure y'all needed some flavor with that bland ass Texas barbecue y'all be eating. Mama said, hey, y'all.
Why you got to put his mama in it? Hey, mama.
Because he know adding his mom saves him from the rest of we ain't gonna show out. But your mama be wanting us to get you. But we not gonna get you.
We're not gonna get you.
We'll get you today.
Carolina ribs and your listen, because I likes to eat. Okay. And I'm a fan of the Carolina ribs, long as they sweet and tender. Okay. But I don't like that running mustard sauce. Okay. Just delete it off. All right. Thank you. Also, DJ came back. He says, Keyshawn dropped the ball big time, especially knowing how Top Rank is about missing weight. I'm interested to see how they move him going forward. Me too. I'm very interested to see what the repercussions are going to be with Top Rank, because I truly believe, and I may be wrong, but I don't think Bob them knew that he was finna come and do that. I don't think they knew that. Also, we have, hey, Uncle Ruckus, the biggest Jew. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that, but okay.
Don't hate him like we fixing to give him. Go ahead and read that, because after you read that, I'm gonna answer something I seen in the chat in a minute. Because one thing about it, y'all gonna quit playing with that one.
Okay. He said it's a part of the game. He just got to go smash Frank Martin in a tune-up, then get at Richardson for his belt, and it'll be a thing of the past. Oh, you think so, Uncle Ruckus? You think so? Your name says it all.
We're going to run into a situation like we're running into with Devin. Since he's so easy to beat, go ahead and tell your guy. Matter of fact, send it to me. Send it to me. I'll check over it, and we'll see. But one thing about it, y'all not going to send it, because he's like Devin. Y'all don't know what them fists is going to end up. I think those pillow fists, since he got beat up by Tank, he's so he easily beat. Go ahead. Tell you guys to send that shit over, and let's see what happened to it.
And make sure I got that phone in.
That's how we run out of, because at this point, they like to say he's a B-level fighter. He's the B side. So since your guy's the A side, send that work over, and let's see what it be like. Matter of fact, my email is somewhere around here. Drop that off to me, and I'll read over it.
Well, actually, Boxiana, in negotiations, Keyshawn would be the B side, as he is now formally a world champion. He's also a fat ass, and
he's never been on pay-per-view.
Sure hasn't. So...
Bo Deezy, the late bloomer, thank you so much. He says, if you knew you were moving up, why press Mason? Because he's envious. He's a green-eyed, envious, jealous little person. He didn't like the fact that Abdullah told them he doesn't have any brothers in boxing except for his blood brothers. He doesn't like that young Abdullah has been getting on, is on the radar. And he doesn't like that young Abdullah is saying he wants his shot at 135. Whoever it may be. He liked it. Okay.
Said earlier in the chat, Daddy, you're a crook.
Drink more water. Thank you so much. He says Abdullah told his dumb ass he was going to steal the show, and he lived up to every word. Get Keyshawn Bozo ass the fuck out of here, pressing Abdullah, but ducking Crews. Thank you. See, that's just what you said, friend. Abdullah is young, so he didn't have good comebacks for Keyshawn, because that would have been my first thing. You know what? I am ready for you, but Crews before you come knocking on my door.
Well, I'm not here to defend, but Bozy did say, he said it, that Andy wasn't ready.
Okay.
Although Andy is 45.
Abdullah didn't say none of that. Abdullah had to say, you go ahead and win tomorrow, and let's see what we find out next. Abdullah didn't have to have no comebacks for Keyshawn. That's the thing about it. I've been trying to teach these guys. You don't have to think. You're overthinking the shit talk. It's shit. You either good at it or you're not. Sometimes you just have to let it flow. He ain't letting it flow yet. Like Brian Norman Jr. is in him.
Everybody's not a shit talker.
It gotta be put into Abdullah, because in my friend's voice, he a sweet baby. He don't have that type of in him. He needs fight and fight only. Like
He told him the truth. He said, "I fight, but I let my hands do the talking."
But that sometimes is not good enough. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show, like, you can't just beat him up. You gotta talk to him real dirty too. Once Abdullah get that down, he's gonna be a real life force to reckon with because he got the hands to back it up. Come get with your Amy. I'm gonna get you right. I'll get you right.
I will. If I was, boy, I tell you what, I would have tweeted. I wouldn't even had a whole lot to say. I just like to hit people where it hurt. I would have tweeted today, meet me on the scale.
Meet me on the scale.
That was too preempted. He didn't even know that time. All he had to tell him was, you go win your fight tomorrow and let's see about it. He didn't already told him, I'm not your friends. I'm gonna fight y'all ass.
That's what I'm saying, friend. He missed it yesterday. He could have got his lick back today, though. We're gonna start working on the crap talking.
You know what?
Hashtag meet me at the scale, fatty.
I don't mind him pay him dust because right now he has made himself more irrelevant than Abdullah can ever make him. Like Drink said, and like I said, Abdullah sat on that stage after he called himself trying to press him. And he said, the last thing he said when he spoke to Christina Poncher was, I'm going to steal the show like I always do. And without even getting in the ring yet, he's done that. So he don't have no need to jab at Keyshawn at this point. We doing all the jabbing. I know I am. I'm a rag doll.
I've made a literal running joke out of this. If I could stand on Keyshawn with 2 feet, by the time I'm done with Keyshawn gonna be fighting at that Taco Bell on a corner where because that's all they got out there in that country ass town, and it makes it more bad that he done got them country ass people to spend their hard-earned money to get in there and watch him fight, and he can't even do what he's supposed to do. Now they country asses got to wait 7 to 10 business days to get their little $400-$500 back for your funky ass tickets. The audacity of you, sir.
How many hours did they clock at the Walmart for them tickets? That's what I'm saying. He both, boy.
Y'all keep doing Norfolk like this. I'm doing Norfolk like this.
Norfolk got 782 people and they all related. Half the stadium was gonna be his cousins and shit. They're not getting no excuses out of that. Norfolk got a Taco Bell and a Walmart. And it's the old Walmart, not the new one that they didn't upgrade.
It ain't the Super Center.
It's not the Super Center. It's the original old Walmart. That's why I was sick last week and y'all was making fun of me. I wasn't finna pay $800 for a 72-hour layover to go, and the only choice of food I had was Taco Bell and Walmart. I'm not doing that shit. What I look like?
Sam Seals, thank you so much for the $2. He says, and now watch Keyshawn cry about his mental health, clown. You know what? I'm waiting on it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, because that he'll be the third one. He started with Ryan, now it's T.O., and I would not be surprised because he does have documented cases about his mental health that it doesn't come up because, baby, ain't nobody mad about Frank, honey. You must not have been here earlier in the show when we told you we don't have issues with fighters who have losses on their records as long as they're going in there giving us the best they can give us. We don't have a problem with
that. And that's what's wrong with you boxing fans. Y'all want a shitload of rock'em sock'em. Ain't that the word you be using? Rock'em sock'em bullshit. I don't want to see that. I want to go in there and watch what these dudes have learned, what their coaches have taught them. If I want to see a street fight, hell, I can go to that country ass Walmart in Norfolk and watch that country asses fight out there in the parking lot. What we doing? No, that's not. I don't know where we've gotten off as boxing fans. Like, and people, I got jumped when I said it. When I told people that we should have gatekeeping our sport, we allowed a lot of people into our sport that should not be allowed to watch our sport because they are expecting things that they have no idea what to offer. I was like that at first. When I first started watching boxing, I didn't appreciate the sport. I was like, oh, I was a fan of man. I didn't care about like none of that. I'm an actual fan of boxing now. I know what to expect when I'm going into these fights. These new people are casual fans. They have no idea what the hell is what we doing. They're used to Gervonta Davis going in there fighting 8 rounds, 9 rounds, knocking somebody out. And that's what they expect every fight should be. Defense is now where we got a guy that's making a damn what do you call it? Where people come and sign a petition. Like we're making this shit gay. Are we gay? I know it's Pride Month, but are we gay? Like gay, I mean gay and like soft and frilly and stuff. Because last time I checked, boxing was a combat sport. Like I don't know what you guys are expecting. We got a bunch of people that ain't never threw a punch, ain't never been in a fight before. We got a bunch of negotiators, legalists,
managers,
and then we got a bunch of lingo stealers. I'm gonna get to y'all next, but you lingo.
You know what else we got, friend?
First,
you know what else we got? We got a lot of soft ass fighters too,
and
we do.
And do they way more sensitive than y'all know. Ty Friend 600, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, LOL, Ryan messed it up for all the cheaters out there. Laughing my ass off. The good thing is that now all the coons and cheaters are getting exposed. Salute, queens. Yes, they are. One by one. One by one, they are. J. Pistity, thank you so much for the $4.99. He says he had the who's who of the 757 supporting him. He ruined my entire weekend for this card. Hola, Janae. And J. Pistity came.
You always take your ass to that country ass Walmart. And they all gonna be gathered out there on Saturday. That's the only thing they got to do is sit out there.
Friend, they have a barbecue. They put something on the grill.
Either way, it's only 832 of them, and they all related. Just have a damn family reunion and get it over with. Get the mayor out. Take the key back. Like y'all all cousins. What are we doing?
They put a coon on the grill.
You know.
JP City, thank you so much. He says mental health is the new my back is broken. You're absolutely correct. That is the get out of jail free card. That is the one that people can throw out that, you know, is safe because nobody can ask you for proof of that injury. Nobody can press you about that because it would be so insensitive to do so. So yeah, you're right. But that's in society as a whole. That was the press conference. Marcus, thank you so much. He says Abdullah's upbringing won't allow him to disrespect someone in public like that. But he did say, if we fight, he will not leave with that belt. Absolutely. And that's what I agree with you, Marcus. You could tell that it bothered Abdullah. And he just said, you know what? I don't even want to talk to you right now. But I was so happy that he did not go outside of himself. He stayed disciplined, something that Keyshawn could learn from the young man. Be disciplined because Abdullah Mason is a big 135-pounder, but he seems to always be able to make the weight. Okay.
Toonie that they love to get on, but ain't never miss.
Never. Another one, Devin Haney. Yeah. Y'all love to tell folks they weight bullies. I can't wait to get in these chats and see who not calling Keyshawn a weight bully, who loves to cry that.
Keyshawn shit. You want to know why? Because these YouTubers are dick. Because they rather be able to be biased than to say the damn truth about the shit because they afraid of what somebody gonna say about them. Not over here. That's why we give you the shit that we give you. They ain't nobody gonna call Keyshawn exactly what he is. A cheater.
Keyshawn showed up as a junior welterweight.
Period. And you know what? If anybody allow this, that's on them. but you're gonna get all of your work over here because you deserve it. They ruined everybody's weekend. Like, there's so many people now, and like, I'm not even being funny. I'm big on my money. You fuck me out of my money, I'm probably one of the worst people that you'll ever have to deal with. Can you imagine people paying their tickets, their flights,
Hotels?
hotel? They're not getting their money back tomorrow, you guys. Their money is held up for at least 7 to 10 business days. Like, that's unfair to them. Keyshawn should have to get them fans back out their pocket. Since it was so funny flexing and got a kiki out of failing and fucking this up the way you did, you need to give your fans back some bread, because a lot of them didn't have the money to come see you fight. But a lot of them, they chose to take what they had to come see you, and you screwed them over like that. Like, for him to get up there and flex and no, I'm not going to try to make weight. Keyshawn, fuck you. But don't nobody have to come see you. These people
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. These people don't owe you nothing. You owe them. They sacrificed to come out there and see you, and you played in their face. And if you lose fans because of that, you know what? That's on you. Because all you could have went out there and gave them a decent answer. Y'all, I really messed this up. I'm so sorry. Like, this was my intention. I tried. It's really, really hard for me to get down to this weight. He didn't look weight drained. He didn't even fucking try. You played in the people's face, and fuck you, Keyshawn. If you don't earn another dollar.
Listen, hold on, Nick. Before you read the chat, that's super chat. That's why I'm so. You had the, and you know what? Because let's refresh memories. You just was on the other side of this.
Just
when someone showed up, 7 pounds overweight? This is what I'm saying. And that's why I started off my whole dissertation with, you are disrespecting the sport that we all get on here and champion, that we love, that we watch, that we were getting ready to tune in for. You're disrespecting your fans because it was a pretty penny to come that country ass city to see you.
Country ass city with a fucking Taco Bell and a Walmart. The audacity of you.
Okay, Boxy, the Walmart don't even got a Subway in it. Okay, it's the audacity for you to show up as a junior welterweight for your championship title defense fight. You show up with your damn little mini fro. Get up there like you didn't know what was coming, and then Neat, they're giving Edwin his full fight purse.
Absolutely, as they should.
But you know what I will say too? Shout out to Edwin.
Let me read these super chats because we're going to get to that. Sticks and Jabs, thank you so much for the $4.99. He says, Kiki ain't really special, but he's special. I've been peeped that. Me too, Sticks and Jabs. Me too. Talib Cunningham, he says Keyshawn ruined everybody's weekend in Virginia. He did. And I don't think he knew it was going to end up like this. Ty French 600, thank you so much for the $5. He says, can I also go on record and say that when did eating 2 tons of Twinkies and missing weight on purpose become a strategy? Like, what are we doing? Shaking our damn head. What are we doing? For somebody who calls themselves the businessman, how
stood on no business.
How you fucking your business like that? How would you do that? .com show, thank you so much. He says Key needs to start smoking blunts again. I'm just saying. Well, I'm figuring he probably did smoke them and he had the munchies, which is why his fat ass was overweight like he was. I don't know, but I'm sure he blowing big smoke tonight. Because what he did not anticipate was that the fight wasn't happening. Because I don't know if y'all peeped it. At the weigh-in, when they were asking him about missing the weight, when she asked him if he was going to try to make the weight, and he said no, he had the audacity to flex and then say, the show must go on. We still gonna take care of business. You motherfucker. Really? You thought you was gonna punk that man into fighting you because you was the A side. Because he hadn't had a fight in 2 years, because he was coming off a loss. You thought he was gonna risk it because he needed the check. What you did was you underestimated his management. You underestimated the fact that he learned something by that Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia fiasco. Ain't nobody going for that bullshit no more, y'all. Ain't nobody going for the bullshit no more. The man said, you gonna pay me? Yes, it's gonna be on a rehydration clause, and you're gonna pay me some extra, or it ain't no goddamn fight.
I just want y'all to know they blaming us for the fight to get canceled, for it get back to us, because we said pull him out of the fight. You're absolutely fucking right.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely right, we did.
No, you know what? This is where, once again, nobody wants to be accountable. Everybody wants to show up and get a paycheck, but nobody wants to be accountable. The only person that needs to be accountable for the fight getting canceled is Keyshawn and them damn hostess ding dongs his ass was eating on the way to the damn fight. That's who he needs to be having a conversation with. Again, you was just on the flip side. You show your big ass up at 140 pounds. You barely made junior welterweight.
Barely.
You holding on by a thread. Thickums. Okay? It's really pissing me off. I'm getting mad all over again.
And
where's that money, LaShondra?
Where is it? Bodizia the late bloomer, thank you so much. He says, did Bomac advise him to do this? You know what? I don't know. Because I remember hearing in an interview, Bomac kept saying that he can make 135 and he gonna make it as long as he can. But Keyshawn was saying it was hard for him to make it. So I don't know if they were on the same page with this. I don't know. But I just saw another comment and I thought about this. Go ahead, friend.
Y'all didn't see Bomac expression when they said the weight?
No, what did he say? What did he look like?
Not on the same page. Bomac was like, damn. He was
really?
Yes. Bomac was shocked.
I'm telling you, I don't think he was on the same page with that.
No, he wasn't.
You know why? You know why? You know why Bomac upset? Because he can't get no more Cheetos.
I was just about to say, now this is my question. We know that Edwin is getting his money. Do we know if Keyshawn is getting his?
If they pay
Keyshawn, absolutely should not be, Nik. No.
This is the thing. And this is probably why Bomac was looking like he was looking, friend. Because if Keyshawn doesn't get his money,
neither does he.
He don't have money to pay Bomac. And if he ain't got money to pay Bomac, I'm ragdolling his ass if I'm Bomac. Because you messed up the church's money.
You know who I'm sicking on him?
Who?
You know who we gonna sick on Keyshawn? Who gonna get all this straight?
Who gonna go do a little straightening? Who?
Bud.
Listen, Bud was out there, and Bud said he couldn't believe it. You know, he was diplomatic. He was like, I guess it's time for him to move up and stuff like that. He was being diplomatic. But for real though, if that man don't get his money, it's a problem. Go ahead, friend.
Nobody's getting paid, okay? Keyshawn's not getting no money. Bobac's not getting no money. He's messed up the church's money, okay?
The collection plate has run dry.
Bomac, when I tell you Bomac was not on I promise you Bomac thought he was on weight. He thought he cut the last of it this morning. It wasn't that much. And like, I say that it's really hard for these guys to cut weight. That's one thing that I've learned in the process of this. I have to be ultra considerate when it comes to these guys and cutting weight. I'm telling you, it's hard for some of these guys to cut it. What should have happened was he knew yesterday.
Friend, he been knowing all week.
But I know.
Oh, thank you, Nik.
He knew yesterday, though. he wasn't going to be able to get the rest of it off. He shouldn't have went out there and embarrassed himself and his team like that. He should have told them yesterday, I ain't going to be able to make this. He made a bad situation worse. He embarrassed himself. He embarrassed his city. He embarrassed his brothers.
His mama, because she his manager. Marcus, thank you so much for the $5. He says, remember Floyd visited the camp. He weighed just enough to not have to make weight, but not enough to cancel the fight. Yeah. And Marcus, I think you put that in the chat, but thank you so much for putting it in the super chat, because I was going to read that comment, but I forgot about it because we got to talking about something else. But this is so true. Now, y'all know Floyd is very much known for being an egotistical maniac. This would not be the first time that it has been said that he advised someone exactly how to not make weight and not jeopardize the fight. Like I said, Edwin was not supposed to not fight. Edwin was supposed to just take it. He was just supposed to take it and get in there with a complete junior, a complete welterweight, and do his BESS. They did not count on him saying hell no. Yep. Shout out to Samson, because he said hell no. But you know why he really said hell no? Because they were negotiating. And this is another reason why I'll never forget this. They said hell no because Keyshawn, knowing he was dead ass wrong, would not agree to the rehydration clause for the next day. So you just think you're going to come in here as a whole welterweight and fight this lightweight with no repercussions? Boy, fuck you. Fuck you.
Edwin did the best thing. He said, you know what? You want to play big dumb games? I'm going to help you win a big stupid prize.
Exactly.
And so now we both just ain't going to fight.
Exactly.
You big dummy. And honestly, I'm glad they did not fight, because Edwin looked bad. Now I give his team that. They probably knew what he went through to cut to get to 35, because he looked like Skeletor. And they said, no. And you know what? Again, this is a big, I want Keyshawn to know, I wasn't coming to this country ass fight, and I'm not coming to nothing else you have, because boxing is a deadly sport, and you are playing with people's lives. You playing these crackhead games.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. That really pissed me off today. I'm glad Edwin got all of his coins. I'm glad they probably both gonna be moving up to 140. Mm-hmm. Keyshawn can go to hell. I hope Top Rank sits his ass. I hope they sit his ass down.
Country ass Walmart or that country ass Taco Bell and get him a job at this point. Somebody will hire him as a yard man. Get a job, Keyshawn. You'll never get a chance to play in my face like this. I'm watching. My thing is, I put a lot of my girlfriends on to boxing. I got 4 homegirls out there right now that's out of money. And with that being said, you'll never get a fan, nothing out of me. You can go right on down to that country ass Walmart and get you a job. Because from here on out, I feel like y'all whole team playing people's faces. You, Shakur, Jared Anderson. I don't know what the fuck going over there in the J Prince gym. Y'all got some issues over there.
Is he in the J Prince?
Yeah, he all of them trained.
Even scammer. Yeah. You right, Boxy. He need a job. He don't need to run his own business.
Y'all watching this show right now. If y'all ain't signed into that lifetime deal like the rest of them, get that baby, pack up his gym bag, and leave right now. For y'all be next on the damn list of in the face. I'm saying it's getting ridiculous out here.
It really is. DJ, thank you so much for the $10. He says Keyshawn mentioned he's been at 146 the entire camp. And to weigh in at 139, he didn't even try. If I were on Keyshawn's team, Top Rank, I'd entertain that catchweight fight with Devin Haney at 145. He ain't gonna want that. I highly doubt. I would love to see it, but I highly doubt he's gonna accept it. We shall see. Because what I do know is that they're still going to try to make some money off of him. Go ahead, friend.
You know what else is really irking me? Is really irking me. It's irking me. It's really irking me.
What?
I want these catch weights to stop. This is another thing that's really pissing me off. Just take your big ass to 147. What is this fighting at 140 plus 3, 144, 145? Man, if y'all don't just move up the welterweight and stop playing, this is what I'm saying. Crackhead games.
You know why they do that? You know why they do that? They try to they do a catch weight because they don't want to go up to the full weight, and then they'd rather fight a catch weight with a known boxer than to go up to the actual weight and fight somebody that's unknown to get acclimated to the weight. I don't care about that. Just move the hell up. I agree with you, because I don't know why Dev and Ramirez fought at 144. To me, both of y'all go on up to 147. It don't make no never mind. I didn't understand it. Go on up to 147, fight one of the lower level, get your feet wet at 147, and then move on from there. But I think their mindset is saying, oh, if I do that, then the fans gonna say da-da-da-da-da-da-da. We don't give a fuck. We just want to see you fight. You think you playing somebody by fighting at a catch weight with somebody that's a known boxer. We don't want to see that shit.
They actually don't want to see that. That's what I'm like. It's you know what? Everyone has to be on a batch of good dope. It's just not making it. The things that we're doing in boxing just aren't making sense anymore. It's actually really very frustrating. And I got more words for Keyshawn, but we ain't gonna hold you all night. Okay. Right. We ain't gonna hold you all night, but I could say a lot more because it's really blowing my mind.
I could too. I could go in on him all
night.
Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna do it again after on Sunday when we gotta come here and talk about the fight that he didn't have.
Gonna take a 72-hour layover. We're gonna have a 72-hour layover. We come back. We're gonna be back
all over again. Tavis, thank you so much for the $10. Y'all showing out in these super chats tonight. Thank y'all so much. He says, I hope others start saying no to these A-side fighters thinking they can operate outside of the agreement that they agreed to. He knew when he signed up to fight, because, and this is the other thing, y'all, that I really want y'all to listen to. And that's why the press runs are really important. Because if you listen to these people, they're going to tell on themselves every time. He sat up and said, in this, when you talk too goddamn much, he sat up and said after he missed weight on the stage, he knew, I knew I was moving up. I knew I was moving up. I knew this was the last fight. So if you knew this was your last fight, what was that whole act that you put on yesterday with Abdullah Mason? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you get up here and bold-face give us a whole fucking telenova performance with Abdullah Mason? You knew that wasn't going to happen. And I low-key think that's why Abdullah was caught off guard, because he probably knew too that after this fight, Keyshawn was moving up. So why you out here talking this shit to me like this today? Boy, get the fuck out of my face.
You know what I brought up to Boxiana, to our friend? You know what I brought up? See, Kiki gonna get the worst of all of this, because at least Loma is retiring, and Raymond has been emailed the bell. Now Keyshawn is having to vacate the bell. He's gonna have to drop it, and you know who that's gonna force Abdullah to fight? If he wants that belt, Sam Noakes. So he's going from, building to straight into, he ain't getting no more warm-ups. It's either you going to fight for the belt now, right, or you going to miss your opportunity. So poor young boy, he getting put in a pickle.
I think he ready for it though.
Keyshawn, I know we finna. What you say, friend?
I think he ready for it. Go ahead.
Oh, Keyshawn, there's only one redeemer. Tell your people to come get with me. Come on up to 140. We got something to get out of the way. But once we get this something out of the way, I need your people to get in contact with me. And we can make some things happen. That's the only way we're going to let this go. If you make this fight at 140. If you don't make this fight at 140, you can go down to that country-ass Walmart and get you a job. Abdullah Mason is not, he ain't on your path, baby. You don't have to worry about fighting Abdullah. There's one fight for you to make. I don't even want to see you fight Shakur no more. I want you to tell your people to come get with me. Send whatever you want. And let's come to an agreement at this point. I need to see you at 140. That's the only way that we're going to make this work. That's the only way I'm going to let this square. If we can't get that made, you can get your ass down there to Taco Bell or Walmart. Them your only choices in Norfolk. Or you're going to have to move to North or South Carolina. And the choices there, you get a, what's the chicken place y'all got out there? Bojangles. You can get your ass.
You can work at the Cookout.
Or the Waffle House. Waffle House, they fight at the Waffle House.
And they fight at the Waffle House.
And they in there.
Hey, you know what? if we can't get that done at 140, those are your only options at this point. Because I'm just disgusted. And like I said, it's when you start playing with people's hard-earned money that makes me feel a certain type of way. I don't care about what Keyshawn say. I don't care about what Keyshawn does. The fact that you played with those people's money, that they went and did whatever they had to do to come up with that bread to come see you, you played with that. You got one choice. Make that fight at 140 or get your ass down to Waffle House.
Point blank in the period. My thrill, baby, I'm glad you put this back in the chat because I did see when you said that. And I thought about that earlier today, too. Mike says, I said Teofimo earlier, y'all ignored me. I thought about the fact that Teofimo and Keyshawn are both ambassadors for the ring in Turkey Al-Sheikh. If he's moving up to 140 and Teofimo doesn't want to fight Devin, I could see a potential scenario where they get in the ring because there's been, bad blood there too. I'm still never going to be, if that fight does happen, I don't give a damn who wins. I'm going to just tell it to you like that. I don't care which one of them wins. It'll be a good fight, but I won't have no dog in that fight. I think that's a potential fight though. That could absolutely happen. But I'd much rather see him fight Frank Martin because that's some smoke that I want to see. I want to see it. So yeah, keep that in mind, y'all. They both are ambassadors of the ring, Teofimo and Keyshawn Davis. So we'll see what happens. I am very interested to see what Top Rank and how Top Rank moves with him because Top Rank is kind of notorious for putting people on the shelves when they be pissed off. They are not above that. Okay. I think Keyshawn stepped on a lot of toes, not just the people of Norfolk, but a lot of big wigs in boxing. They may be fooling all of us. Maybe his people did know. Maybe Bob and them did know, but I don't think they did. And I think this stunt, because it was most certainly a stunt, messed up a lot of people's business. And for him to call himself the businessman, he did himself a huge disservice. Also, if you knew you were going to miss weight. And this is another reason why all of this has just rubbed me wrong. You a grimy ass motherfucker. You could have told that man, say, I ain't gonna make weight. Let us just, change the weight, and it won't be a title fight. But man, because y'all was talking earlier about how Edwin coming back from almost 2 years of injury, and he got down and looked like Skeletor to make weight. And you knew that about this man. And you still thought you needed that advantage over him, where you couldn't just have the common decency in a combat sport to say, I tried, it's not working for me. Let's go ahead and make this a catch weight, dude. You ain't got to hurt yourself to do that. You ain't even had the common decency to do that. You really thought you was going to pump that man into just fighting you as a fucking welterweight. Go to hell, Keyshawn. Go to hell. And that's all I got. Y'all got anything else? Because I'm gonna start cussing, and I don't more than I already am. I just
yes, Nick. We gonna round it out on a positive note, because you know what? We put it in the burn book, and we finna ball it up. We're gonna ball Keyshawn up and put him in the ocean. What fight coming up are y'all looking forward to the most?
Tomorrow?
No, just send it like over the summer.
Well, actually,
a lot of cards coming.
It is a lot of cards coming. And actually, it was under the radar, and especially got pushed under the radar because of all the stuff that transpired today. But as the main event, Nakatilia and Abdullah, I think it's gonna be a better fight than most people are giving credit. Nakatilia has been knocked out before. He's had losses before, but he's got heavy hands. And we've seen Abdullah get caught a few times before. We saw that, he was able to get up and come back and win fights. But I want to see if he's learned from his last opponent, the knockdowns, because he's had a fight since then, and he still was getting hit by them punches. So I want to see if he's learned anything. But I'm really excited for the July 11th all-female card in New York. I'm excited about that card. I really want to see Sharetta perform and become undisputed. I am also very excited about, and I know a lot of people shitting on this fight, but I can't wait to see Zepeda and Shakur. I can't wait to see that fight. I really want to see, and I want to see what Tevin Farmer and Kid Austin gonna do. So it's a lot going on. I want to see it. What y'all looking forward to?
I just want to see some fights. I don't have no specific nothing. Clarissa and Papoose, that's my next favorite fight that I'm looking for. Oh, all right then. Y'all asked the question. Okay, bye y'all. My friends is looking at me crazy. What do y'all asked the question? What did y'all say?
Which fights are you looking most forward to this summer?
Clarissa and Papoose. Come back. All right, then. I guess I don't have no fights. I just want to see fights. I don't trust Kid Austin or his fucking daddy. They're weirdos. So hopefully they'll make it to the fight. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? They're my only two that I'm looking forward to. I can't think of anything, Lamont and Tank, maybe.
I am looking forward to that. I just didn't say that one because it hasn't been officially announced yet and stuff happens. But if that fight does happen, I'm ecstatic about that. And I saw your little old comment, Drink. I think your boy gonna have some problems again. Go ahead, Janae. What you looking forward to?
We got some bangers coming up. I'm looking forward to Bam. I'm very, very excited for my Bam Rodriguez to hit the ring. And that's gonna be in y'all parts of the world. So I'm very excited to see Bam back. And who's on that card too? Amari Jones. So I might have to make it out there for that because I really like him.
I like Amari too.
Yes.
Because why he say that? Which is It's just right in the chat. Do y'all want to fight? Y'all always try to bring like the ignorant out of me, and it's normally around the time that we getting ready to go. Y'all be want me to fire y'all ass up. Stop playing with me, cause I almost died, fam. What if I wouldn't have came back in here the following Friday? My friend would have came in here with a toe up face. Like y'all, I was really messed up. That ain't funny. What you on? Scarcities. You
So mean.
he finna get a Rolo vacation. Y'all better ask about the Rolo vacations when I hand them out. A Rolo vacation is a real thing. Rolo ain't been here 2 years. 2 years. He hadn't been able to come here. He can watch in a distant place. He can't comment. Stop playing with me for you be on a Rolo vacation.
Damn.
I am going to leave y'all with this. But I am excited to see Bam, Amari Jones. I actually am also excited to see Shakur and Zepeda, and hopefully we get to watch. I hope Hamza's hand and wrist is ready, because I want him to punch on Edgar Berlanga real bad. And I'm more waiting for, because Brian's getting ready to fight. Oh, and I'm excited to see Tim Tszyu and Sebastian Fundora part 2.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's gonna be I would.
Tim got PT. What is it? He got
PTSD.
He might friend. I still want to see it though. Because even with that cut, he gave Sebastian all he could handle. So
get tapped on that forehead, the fight is over with. He did the same thing in his last fight, and I'm telling y'all, it's just something that scar, that feeling, is always gonna be there. Once you hurt yourself like that, there is no coming back from it. I got a scar like that on my leg. My hands are messed up like that. So I'm real particular about certain injuries. I'm scared to like hit something at a certain angle because I know it's done for. He done. He cooked. He can go back to Australia, wherever he came from, get him a little job, hanging out with the camp. Maybe he could take over what's his man, the kangaroo man. He can go over there and mess with the animals over there like that. Cause you done boxing. You know what I'm talking about.
He could be a zoologist.
Yeah, he could be the new Steve Irwin. I'm done with it. Let's get out. Like
a zookeeper.
However,
Scarcity says he's glad you're better. You were acting earlier. He's glad you're better, friend. Okay.
But I will leave y'all on this note. I am looking forward to what I hear in the streets is hopefully seeing young Boots at 154 pounds.
Oh, he's moving up, is what you're hearing? So let me just ask you this, because I know you be knowing a little something and whatnot.
Talking.
I know you be knowing a little something. We'll talk about this Sunday, because I do want to talk about the fact that Brian Norman Jr. does have a fight coming up June 19th, Juneteenth in Japan. I wanted to see, or I was hoping that Boots and he could come to some type of agreement after his fight in Japan if he's victorious. But I wanted to talk about the fact that there is no drug testing for that fight in Japan. And I'm a little nervous about it, if I'm being honest with y'all. My boy look good over there. He looks nice and strong. But I question when there is no automatic drug testing for championship fights. Tenfold man, Buckeye fool. If you're going to start a petition for something, you might want to start with having a petition that all championship fights be tested, be drug tested.
Yes, drop booty to work. Put booty shag to work.
Just a thought. if you gonna make a petition, maybe that could be the one. Friend, what are your last words for the people this evening?
Don't be Keyshawn, because you might end your ass up at the country ass Walmart or Taco Bell or Waffle House. We as boxing fans have expectations. We go to work, we pay our money, we have bills, a lot of us have kids. So be respectful of your fans when you're doing something. I don't know what's going on with y'all in the chat. If you got a blue name, please get yourself in order. We got new people here. So
exactly. Drink.
Yeah, what's going on is a whole lot of like, I don't want to come in here and all y'all be gray. So with that being said, if you're new here, you like what we do here, hit the subscribe button. We're here Friday at 9:30, Sunday at 7:30. This Sunday when we come back, we will have a guest. So not Janae. We will have another guest. Saying like in addition to it, Janae, because Janae don't come all the time. But we will have a guest on Sunday. So I'm gonna ask y'all in advance, please mind your tone and delivery, because y'all don't know how to act, and I will turn the chat off if y'all get in here with that shit. So y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy the fights that we are able to get. I'll see y'all back on Sunday.
Yes. We'll see y'all back on Sunday. Thank you so much for coming through. Do us a favor, y'all, because I see a lot of folks are watching. Not everybody's watching on YouTube. If you are watching from another social media site.
Hold on. First off, y'all leave Weedy. Weedy will not be unblocked. Whoever did it, undo it right now, because I'm not going to undo it. And if you do Phenomenal Mix and I don't want to take your shit, undo it right now. Weedy goes untouched. Weedy in her, just like y'all in here. He just ain't got no blue name. Don't play with me. Y'all don't play with me today. I see y'all want me to get ghetto with y'all before we leave. Quit touching stuff. Let the people in here, let them be in here. If they ain't bothering y'all, stop bothering them. Unblock Weedy. No, Nikki, you didn't do it. You didn't have to.
No, I know I didn't do it, but I wanted to give him the blue.
Y'all stop this stuff. If y'all don't know them, cool. But y'all be over abusing stuff sometimes.
He caught a stray, friend. It wasn't on purpose.
Don't get your ass beat playing in here today, okay?
No. We had a lot of trolls in the chat.
Yeah, however, y'all still got the right one. Catch your Rolo vacation today, okay? Y'all enjoy
24-hour lockdown.
I'm lagging because y'all stay on my nuts. Let's get out of here.
24-hour lockdown shoe program.
What's up, Blue? How you doing, Blue? Thank you for coming through. Y'all do us a favor though, like I was saying earlier before we got up out of here. Get up out of here. I know a lot of people are watching on other social media sites. No, Drink, don't be sensitive.
Be sensitive, and you can get a Rolo vacation.
Y'all hit the like button on your way out. Share the episode, please, so that it can be seen by more people. Thank you. And we will see you all on Sunday to discuss what happens in I'm sorry, I don't mean to talk about Norfolk. In Norfolk tomorrow. Good luck, Abdullah Mason. Good luck to the other Davis brothers who actually made weight for their fights. Good luck, Tiger Johnson. I forgot he's on that card today. And I like him at 147, where Keyshawn needs to be. Anyway, we'll see y'all on Sunday. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And don't be being sensitive in here. You know how we do. Bye.